We're gonna go ahead and go through normal.
Nightmare.
I'm not confident playing Nightmare on these older games. When we get to like Cold Steel 4, I can play that one on Nightmare just fine. Year 1203 of the Septian calendar. Fall, just over a year since the Ark's collapse. Cruising through the night sky above the Croizen province in eastern Erebonia. That is pronounced Croizen, or Kreutzen, I think is how it is.
Sure.
Was the Reinford Company's latest display on luxury, the Lusitania. And this is our first foray into Erebonia.
Oh.
You can see
that it's called the Lusitania.
Yep.
Yeah, I was about to say, isn't that bad that it's named
And there's the golden,
like
there's the stallion that they talk about.
Okay.
That is the.
You and I are thinking of the same ship, right?
Yes, I am aware of what you're referring to.
We're about to start World War III.
Whoever wants to be host.
I'm making a new table.
If I may have your attention, please. On behalf of the Conrad Company, I would like to take the time to thank you all for attending this party today. As I'm sure you are all aware, this is a most auspicious day. I'm not going to... Come on! It's so obvious that they're there! Anyways. Yes, indeed. On this historic day 10 years ago, this fine company...
Let me double check who this is.
I mean, I think I know who it is.
I think I know who it is. How did you survive?
I'm not sure it's actually who you think it is.
I don't think it's who you think it is. All right, Mira's got the first thing on the list.
I'm just double checking. I can't type. Let's see. Yeah, I need to look to see.
Holding.
Hold.
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 Yeah,
Unleash
who
hail.
You. There's a. Who on earth?
You can do it.
Okay. So while the model, well, I guess the model does technically match. She is not who you think she is.
Oh.
Is it somebody new?
It is somebody new, but it is somebody that you will not meet for some time still. So I won't give you a name.
Okay.
She is probably similar age to Kevin and Shara and Alden. They're kind of all around the same age. Late 20s. Up until maybe early 30s. I think she's mid to late 20s by this point in the series. Let me see if I can find a voice for her. Um,
Alright, are we good to go?
Give me a
yeah.
second to flip back to live, and there we go. All right.
You don't seem to be enjoying this quite as much as he is. You ought to at least try and feign interest in what he's saying, hmm? Surely you must understand what kind of man he is if you're here.
Oh, that I do. A merchant of death who made a fortune during the 100 Days' War, and one of the Empire's most wealthy men, despite being a relative newcomer. Why, it was only a few years ago that he partnered up with the famous Reinford Group, and now he's serving on their board of directors. His record makes for an impressive read, that much is for certain. Although, I dare say he's less impressive in person compared to on paper.
My. You'd best refrain from making such remarks. That mask of yours may disguise your identity, but it won't keep those naughty men in black away should you make an enemy of them.
Now, that's a terrifying prospect. I can't imagine I'd last very long if I did. Truly be cast through this window as easily as a pebble plunges through water.
I must say, I find you rather intriguing. Are you a member of the press, perhaps? Or maybe even a government official?
I would answer, but where's the fun in spilling secrets? I'll leave the pondering to your fertile imagination, mademoiselle. Leaving my identity aside, however, the ship is an impressive work of art. Hard to believe we're inside one at all, and yet here we are, thousands of yards in the air.
Well, it is Reinford's latest model. One would expect nothing less than art. Last I heard, they were advertising it as the largest airship in the world.
It is 120 yards across, so they're probably right. As far as most of the world knows.
You certainly know how to make a lady curious. But even with the mask, it's no secret that you're so young, practically still a boy. I wonder, how often do you go around charming your way through these drab parties with that aura of mystique?
Well, seems the mask can't hide all my secrets. Perhaps I'll have to make my daring escape before I give away anything more about myself.
If you must, although it would be my pleasure to continue keeping you company. It's not every day that one gets to enjoy chatting the night away with a mysterious stranger like this, you know. We could even take our chat somewhere more comfortable, like your room.
I would be honored to, fair lady. But only if you could promise the goddess has her eyes turned away. She may blush if she's watching. Meanwhile, I'll refrain from asking why your room would not be an acceptable location.
And I'll thank you for not forcing me to bring up that oaf of a man.
Well, the party's in full swing now. This chance is as good as any. This private room's on the highest floor of the ship and on the other side of the deck. Okay, let's get to work. And Kevin has
All right,
standards.
Kevin.
Strange. Felt like somebody was watching me for a minute. Forget it. I've got work to do.
Somebody was watching you for a minute.
This private room's on the highest floor of the ship, on the other side of the deck. Try to move.
I got a feeling somebody's watching me.
Oh, we went two different directions on that one.
Yes, you did.
I mean, it was pretty obvious which way I was gonna go.
Yes, I was at the same mindset that you were, so I was so surprised when Ghost went the opposite way. I was like, wait, what?
Because
Took me
my
half a
brain.
minute. It's fine. I just didn't expect it.
Hey, look, it's a generic NPC man.
Ooh, can't
And
believe that.
reused
We've done that
asset
before.
of the...
You know, they're just cool assets.
They are. You know. Hello, random man. Hello, random man. Oops, I hit the Windows key. That's not going to do me any good. All right, who's our Men in Black?
Xander, start. Go.
Stop right there. This staircase leads to Sir Conrad's private room.
I-
Oh, do I have to do? I was saying, do I have to do both?
I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
I figured you'd say something like that. Sorry, though. This isn't going to be your lucky day.
What?
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Looks like I'm dealing with a bunch of Jaeger dropouts. They don't seem that well trained either. This'll be cake. Heh. Sure wish every job I had was this easy. Wow. Talk about pointlessly fancy. Alright, now where's he hitting it?
That was fast.
Well, look at that. Wants to bet that's not the only one. Now, where's the next one?
Sneaky.
I doubt that's the last one. Welcome to the puzzle game that is this game. That one must have been a fake. I should know they wouldn't make it simple. Okay.
This music fits so well. The other
There's the-
houseplant.
Where?
In the other corner of the room.
I was thinking
Ah.
it was under the pillow.
A suspicious switch was underneath that houseplant.
It was in the houseplant.
Yes.
Aha! And here we go. Everything so far has been completely in line with what I expected, which means that... I wonder.
Middle one.
I mean, that's one that's spelled correctly.
I figured as much. Looks like my target this time was one of the toys our friends decided to spread around for fun.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, shiny.
Mm-hmm.
The Fool's Locket, huh? A forbidden artifact that lets the wearer pass all but the most obvious lies off as complete truth. Really not the kind of thing a shady weapons dealer should have in his possession.
Ah, Kevin, dang it.
Heh.
Come on, you haven't seen Indiana Jones? You're supposed
Kevin.
to... Oh well.
The third man in black now.
Ugh.
Don't all speak at once.
What's going on here? What happened to the two who were on guard here?
They were both fast asleep. Seemed like whoever did it used a dart or spray of some kind.
You think you're dealing with someone in the same business as us? We better keep them locked aside here until the party's over. We can give our report to Master Conrad after.
What do you think the odds are that he's acting alone?
Judging by the security camera footage, I don't think it's that high. That said, there's a definite chance he's got some form of backup that just hasn't reacted yet.
Alright, this is me. I'd say we're better off making all invited guests for the time being. We wouldn't want to let anyone slip through our sights.
Did he just laugh at us?
No, I thought we were all laughing. Something funny.
Oh, no. Just thought I should probably apologize for underestimating you. Written you all off as untrained Jaeger dropouts, but maybe you've got more going on for you than I would give you credit for. You let all...
Little... Ow. That was, SpongeBob got it. Ow. You've got guts. I'll give you that. I got no idea how you came to be here, but you should know that Master Conrad is not a merciful man. Don't think you're going to get out of this one in one piece.
You weren't for such a world of pain, you'll wish you'd killed yourself while you had the chance.
Haha, well, that doesn't sound like a fun time. Sadly for you, I've already got my next date lined up, so I won't be able to take you up on that.
What the?
How? Oh yeah, probably should have said this earlier. You really might want to step back from that door. Like, a lot.
What just happened? No way. That door is designed to withstand a direct hit from an orbital cannon.
Boy, you guys have no idea how hard it is to hold back with that one. I'm not a huge fan of using it, but I mean, didn't give me much choice. This is a joke, right?
Priest?
Yep, I'm legit and everything too. So if you're interested in making any confessions, I'd be happy to listen to them. For extra cheap as a limited time offer. You guys would have a lot to confess.
Oh, don't lend your ear to him. Let's do this.
Now something for more of a, what, you charge people kind of reaction? Oh well, guess I don't mind cutting to the chase this time. Come get some. Look at the menu, it's also changed.
Ooh. It's all fancier looking, look cleaner. They need to fix their pointy chat bubbles to be more accurate, because holy cow.
Yeah, it's hard to tell sometimes.
It gets better as the series progresses. It's still, the next two games still aren't that great, but once it transitions to 3D, to more proper 3D, it does get a lot better.
Good job, Kevin. He's a Grail Knight. I'd heard rumors about them, but damn.
And curious as I am, I'm probably better off not asking what kind of rumors you heard. Don't worry though, I'm only here for your client. So you go ahead and have a nice long nap on the floor, okay? I'll still live to see tomorrow.
Ugh, what kind of monster?
Okay, got what I came for. Now to get back to the party and wrap this job up. Sucks I have to go without taking that late on her offer though. She was looking pretty darn fine, and it was obvious her husband wasn't giving her enough squeeze. Then again, I shouldn't go playing with fire too much, huh? Kevin.
He's such a playboy.
For a
worse than
priest,
Olivier.
for a
Honestly?
priest, he is so bad. Yeah, for a priest, he's so bad. Look at the menus all changed and
Yeah.
Ooh.
everything. All right. Now that I've saved, like I said I would, give me just a second.
Well, he's already level.
All right. Now we have the correct things.
All right, Kevin with his cool outfit on. Look at that. So what denotes that he's a priest in this outfit? How does this work?
The emblem, right there.
Is the emblem? Okay.
Yeah, the emblem is the grail.
So the cool like bottom part and top foot part are just extras.
So if he actually does wear the coat, it does have some embroidery on it that the note, like the specific type of clothing is like a priest's garment. The specific kind of overcoat with the thing is very specifically to the Septian Church.
Okay.
The style of clothing is very specific to them. He's gonna run around with only 8,000 health, but that's okay.
Only.
Because... But now he's gonna, as per usual, just destroy things. Look at all...
That's more like it.
Learned!
Nice.
We just casually heal 9,000 HP.
I was like, he can heal. He got spells, yeah. Or arts in this universe.
Yep.
Still
go that way.
Get past a locked door though.
Oops, didn't mean to get turned around.
They look so tough. These two reused Men in Black assets.
Let's end this.
Overkill much?
All right, what's next?
All right, what's next? It's technically his voice, but I like the higher kind of like dude
I
bro
think
kind of
it's
voice I
funnier.
give him.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all are just spanned just enough. Now see now. I just have to attack you because you're too far away.
All right, what's
All the blonde,
from before?
they're just random. It's like the Jaegers. It's just whoever wants to voice them.
They all look the exact same.
Two asset
Yes.
dudes, yeah. There's the blonde guy and the redheaded guy.
Yep.
There you are!
We got Mickey again.
Oh my god.
This is the other one. Come on.
No, this is the same one.
No, this is the same one. They just moved to chat
No,
bubble.
it's just-
Awesome!
Why?
Hunt the name of the Northern Jaegers! We won't let you go any further! Uh-huh.
D with your notes. That's an important name. Keep in mind.
I'm so ready for the next one to talk. I got some.
You really are an active Jaeger Corps, and a pretty famous one to boot. Still, I get stuff's rough going on for your country and all, but I couldn't ask you to just, I don't know, step aside.
Is this Mickey or is it the other one?
That's still Mickey.
It's still Mickey. They're all pointing. He's the main leader of this.
Dare you! What do you know about the hardships endured by our people? Still same one?
Mhm.
Yep.
We won't allow ourselves to be shamed with defeat here, not as long as we suffer.
Should have known. Okay, then. I'll come at you with all I got.
I feel like one of them
Yeah, they don't get to
had
talk
more
at
than
all.
The other one.
But they were all pointing at the blonde guy.
Yeah, it's just not great alignment.
Oh well.
'Cause I was gonna do Mickey and Goofy. I was gonna do a Goofy voice to have Mickey and Goofy, but then he never talked. So I was like, well, oh well.
Oh well. Yes,
yeah,
I did write
people
down on my list of things. One of the Man in Black is a Mickey. Now it's established.
Look.
Well, no, I'm
No
saying
one else was speaking
the
up.
name of their core. The name of their
I didn't
core
pay
is the
attention.
important
I was
thing.
looking at something else.
They're the Northern Jaegers.
Okay.
It is an
Put it in
important
parentheses
fact.
below that. There. Now it's in my list in parentheses.
And now what used to be the host is now have a name because we now know his name.
What is all this commotion?
We believe there to be an intruder, sir.
Do it, Xander. Make it happen. Do it anyways. Do it.
I ain't a competent one at that. Yuck.
An intruder. And just what do you think I paid good Mira to hire you for? I don't care if he's alive or full of holes. Get rid of him.
Oh, getting me dead or alive is too much to ask of these guys.
I gasp.
Oh.
Like gasp indeed.
Who the hell are you? Wait, a priest? No.
Yeah, I figured with something like this in your possession, you'd at least have heard of us.
How dare you? Give that back. That's mine.
Wrong answer. This belongs to the goddess, and it needs to be rightfully returned to her. It's not something mere mortals like you should be keeping for yourselves.
Kill him. Kill him and get back my locket. Now.
Scream!
I know, the screams was just so nice.
That's funny. Accurate.
Ugh.
Herman Conrad, in accordance with the laws of the church, and in the name of Adios, I am placing you under arrest. You stand charged with the unauthorized possession of and illegal use of an artifact.
Wrong time to take a bite of a chip. Hold on. Okay. Don't you think you can get away with this? You might be with the church, but I'm a Rhineford director. If you lay a hand on me...
Oh, don't you worry. We cleared this with the big guys already. I'm sure you've got a pretty good idea of just how recklessly you've been acting with this thing, right? You've been causing a whole lot of trouble for a whole lot of people, you know? Guys like you have a habit of making themselves no shortage of enemies, and you've done a stellar job of that. So just accept that your luck's run out and come quietly. Okay?
No. No!
Just couldn't make this easy for me, could you? So much for this being a piece of cake. Catching guys like this alive is more like trying to sneak off with the whole damn thing. It's one of the Jaegers.
Stop right there.
Oh.
Aw, you pulled out all the stops for just little old me. Now I get why you guys are so popular. That's some quick work getting all dolled up and ready to take me down.
Silence. You might have had your way before, but that's not how it's gonna go this time. And just so you know, there's an entire company of us on this ship. Even if you have a hostage you can use against us, you've got nowhere to run.
We're all lucky boys and girls today, huh?
But... Oh, what are you talking about?
This idiot here had been branded a heretic. Would have had to hunt each and every one of you down to the last member.
What? Oh, what's up with this guy?
Well, don't let it get to you. Keep up the good work for your homeland or whatever. Just don't go giving us any reason to slaughter you in the process.
I have a
Kevin, what
feeling.
the fuck?
I have a feeling Father Kevin's been holding back on us.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
He has a title. We know his title.
I know, but
He's the
doesn't
heretic
make it
hunter.
Impossible.
Those Gralsritter are monsters. Hmm? I'm not 100% sure who this is.
The laugh makes me think of Campanella, but I don't know.
No. Hold on. Actually, I think I do know who this is. I just need to double check. Actually,
Their writing is in orange.
yeah, it's to make it be ominous. Hold on. Um, bum, 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 bum.
Like, I would say Campanella, but it's too tall to be Campanella.
I think there's
Yeah.
a new person.
Campanella's little life frame is not this kind of size.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember. This is really annoying. No, that's okay. Here we go.
You guys think that one lady noticed that this was the person she was flirting with as he burst in with a crossbow?
Probably.
Or did she not pay enough attention?
I have a feeling she knows.
Okay, huh. I cannot find the name of who this person is. Which is very slightly annoying. Um I'm not sure who this is.
Well,
Go for it.
Haha.
Huh?
That was quite a splendid show. Our tale is only just beginning, Kevin Graham. Oh, I do know who this is. But I don't know a voice for this. After all, I have only just awoken.
Mr. Professor 2.0.
No,
scared.
I'm just trying to remember. I don't know
He's all
I don't know a
salty now.
voice.
So you know.
I don't remember a voice. I don't know a voice for this character.
Oh no, we lost the Tesseract.
Not again.
I'm not sure if there's spoilers in this intro, but oh well. We're gonna watch it because it's a cool intro. In fact, there probably is spoilers in this intro, to be completely honest with you.
Oh well.
Eh. We'll just call them teasers and be good from there.
You're back.
Ah, okay.
It's a trail in the sky again.
Mm-hmm. It is.
There's the sky and the trail.
Yep, they're together.
Magic! So there are only 8 chapters in this game. Well, 9 if you include the prologue, but the chapters are all very short. Aside, like, just there's a lot of cutscenes, but the actual chapters themselves are fairly short.
Alright.
But it's a lot of story. This one is like this is way more story heavy than the other 2. These ships are awesome, by the way. The Merkaba, they're fun ships.
Ooh.
I like them. They're fancy. Who wants to be Squire Caesar?
There's gonna be a lot of Mickeys if people don't start talking up.
You can't do all Mickey because these are serious. These characters are actually recurring, unless you want to talk as Mickey for 90% of the game.
I'll take one.
Because
Because
these characters will appear a
Don't
lot.
tempt me with a good time.
Oh, jeez. Congratulations on completing your operation, sir.
Perfect, I'll do this one. My thoughts exactly. That seemed to be a rather easy one for you in the end, too.
Compared to what they're usually like, it was. If I had a bit more time, I could have enjoyed some private time with a real gem of a woman, too. I'll have to settle for crying myself to sleep tonight.
Not this again.
Unless you want another earful from the commander, you might want to start taking your work more seriously.
I know. Lighten up a little, yeah? Swear, I never get how you hard-headed types end up assigned to a slacker like me.
This may come as a shock, but you are a Dominion, you know. We can't very well have you acting alone without any form of backup. As long as you're here and this ship is under your command, then slacker or not, we're here too.
Even then, you've got a lot less squires in your service than you should have. Maybe you should take this chance to gather up a few more.
I think I'm gonna have to pass. That'll just make it even harder for me to work on my own.
I thought you said that.
We'd prefer it if you would actually trust us to help you a little more, sir. I mean, all we could do in that salt pail operation was transport the thing.
You say that as if transporting it itself isn't a huge responsibility in and of itself. After all, the last thing we wanted was him catching wind of it and becoming wary of us.
Something wrong, sir?
Oh, not a thing. Anyway, as per the original plan, we need to get ourselves back to Arteria ASAP. Should be able to reach there by noon tomorrow. Or today now, I guess.
Got it.
Where's it from?
Arteria, apparently. It's a call from Commander Cellmate.
Oh, you are kidding me. Getting a call from her right after a mission is always a bad sign. Let's get this over with. Put her through.
All right.
Okay, she is a fairly proper woman. And she is a character that will be... she's not a main... Well, she's a main character. But she will be a character that talks a lot.
What do you think, D?
You can try it. Is it higher
She's not
or lower,
ma-
do you know, or is it...
I would say somewhere around like around what was her name? Mayor Maybell's maid,
All right.
Lila. Somewhere
Yes,
around her
Lila.
voice range. Obviously, she's not a servant; she's a commander.
You
But
think I recall what Lila's voice range was?
you were the one that did her, so I don't know.
Yes, I'm aware. But I just wrote down proper for her too. I don't know.
I can't help you then. I would say around your normal voice.
Okay.
Maybe a little lower if you wanted to, but not. She's not drastically lower than your normal voice.
All right, sure. Sounds good. Evening, Kevin. It sounds like you did well. Fill me in on the details.
It basically went without issue. Artifact was the Fool's Locket. For signs of society involvement, but it looks like they've cut any ties with him a long time ago.
I see. As I thought then. Good work all around. I'd say you deserve a well-earned rest, but unfortunately I can't grant you one right now.
And here we go.
Is something the matter?
Oh, I'm just dandy. Please continue.
Well then. As much as I hate to spring this on you immediately after finishing one mission, I've got something I'd like you to do for me.
Regarding a heretic, I assume?
Not this time. All I want you to do is pick something up. The object in question is currently being held underneath Gransell Cathedral.
Gransell? Think this object may be somehow related to the Ariel?
It's a distinct possibility. Can I count on you to handle this?
Alright. That said, we've already got one artifact on the ship that needs transporting back. So let the crew here take that to Otaria. I'll handle going to the Burl on my own.
That's fine with me. Oh, incidentally, you won't actually be alone. I've dispatched a rookie squire to aid you. They'll be serving you from now on, so do play nice, won't you?
Wait a minute. Wait just 1 minute. You can't just spring a rookie on me out of nowhere like this.
Meetings ordained by the goddess always come suddenly and unannounced. Don't worry though, they won't be a burden. The abilities they demonstrated during training were truly something special. Well, I will be praying for your success.
Well,
Sorry, I was typing my next
Oh.
voice here. Okay. Congratulations on the new recruit. We were only just saying you could do with more squires serving you.
And I was so not down. Can't believe this. She never changes, I swear. Oh, if all the people reading that book had any idea what a hellion she is in real life.
Oh, Carnelia?
I've always wondered whether publishing it was really such a good idea, to be honest.
Yes, so if you would like to read, you can look it up online. It's a book called Carnelia. It's an in-series novel. It's a novel series in the game that is loosely based on that person that was on the screen, Commander Cellnet. It is her. She is the main character without stating she's the main character of the novel. In universe, it's basically them telling stories about her in the universe, but is under a different name, and slightly exaggerated. But it's a fun series to actually read, and it actually does give you some story on who that character is.
It's a complete advertisement saying we exist to the world.
If anything, I'd say a book that wild just serves to make people less likely to believe we actually exist. Then the heroine died in it, which obviously is a big fat lie. If they'd actually met her, they'd know she's the kind of woman who could probably take a bullet to the head and ask for a cigarette first thing.
I think we probably should refrain from commenting here.
Anyway, you guys heard her. I'm gonna leave taking care of everything else relating to our mission to you guys. Let's follow the money trail. There might still be hidden accounts we don't know about.
Understood, sir.
What will you be doing from here? We'll need to return to Arteria, obviously, but we could drop you off somewhere.
You can put me down in any old state we pass on the way there. Preferably near a town that has international flights going out of it, I guess.
Got it. Oh, it looks like the sun started coming up.
That is an awfully bright sun.
My eyes
Well, when
hurt
you're
from that sun.
above the clouds, you don't have any cloud cover to block it out or anything.
That was
so-
like going outside in real life. Yikes.
The Gralls Ritter.
Ooh.
Same day, afternoon. In the skies of Midwestern Zemuria, roughly 500 cells from the Burl. Gee, I wonder who that is.
Are those bats or birds?
They're birds.
They're all Siegs.
See, you got a
I was
family?
about to say, it sounds like seed flying.
Just generic bird noises.
Sieg has kids.
Are you kidding me? They would be doing
so
circles
beautiful.
around this thing if they were all
Oh
Sieg.
yeah, they're barely keeping up as it is. It's funny.
They just want you to think that way.
Aw, they've gone out of sight now. I wonder if they're busy migrating. It looks like they can't keep up with this ship, though. Guess not every bird can be as fast as Sieg. But they were just so cute. They're the cutest.
We were just talking about that actually.
Well, look who it is. Oh, no, that was Kevin.
Wrong voice.
Surprise.
Surprise.
I know you.
Do you? Because that was not the voice I gave him.
He didn't know him, but sure.
Really is you. Long time no see, Dorothy. Sure wasn't expecting to run into you here. Funny coincidence, huh?
It really is. It's good to see you again, too. Father.
You don't remember my name, do you?
Don't be silly. Of course I do. It's.
He's focusing so hard.
Oh, I remember. It's Onion Graham.
What?
What?
But of course, how lucky I am to have been named after such a multi-purpose plant. I mean, if you look at his spiky hair,
You know
and he wears
actually, it makes
white.
some sense in that context of the hair.
The spiky
Yeah.
hair, the white clothes, like,
White.
kind of
Okay.
looks like a...
Yeah.
Hmm? It's not even a name, Dorothy. You really did forget, didn't you? And yet you somehow managed to remember my last name like it was nothing.
I was just being silly. A couple days ago, I had this amazing onion hot pot over in the eastern quarter in Calvert, and I've still got onions on the brain. I couldn't believe a hot pot with just onions and it could taste that good, but I swear it did. It was so comforting and sweet.
That would be an interesting flavored hot pot.
What is this? Unis Anus?
Unis honest.
So that's how I ended up saying onion instead of your name.
Well, whatever. So if you insist you haven't forgotten, what is my name then?
I do insist. I never forget. It's lovely to see you again, Jasmine Graham.
But of course, how lucky I am to have been named after such a fragrant plant. It might be an actual name this time, but it's a woman's name.
My God, Dorothy.
I like Dorothy.
I love Dorothy so much.
Oh, I see. So you're here to carry out a follow-up investigation on all that trouble that happened earlier in the year?
That's about the gist. Yep. Come to think of it, how'd you end up on an international liner like this? You said you were in the Eastern Quarter, right? Were you there to write about it for the Liberal News?
Yep. Niall actually let me go on my own this time, too.
Wow, that was daring of him. I'm not sure I'd want to let you handle traveling abroad for a report alone. Then again, it's only by taking on positions of responsibility that people can properly grow.
Oh, I'm doing plenty of that. I mean, I wasn't sure I'd do when I ended up in Calvert instead of Bowes Market, but I managed just fine.
Wait a second. Niall told you to go to Bowes, not Calvard?
He sure did. But then I got on the airship, fell asleep, and before I knew it, I was chilling out in the Calvert's capital. Weird, huh?
Sounds like you got on the wrong airship to me. Let my brain catch up. So, you were in the Republic for literally days when you weren't even supposed to be there at all? Did you even have enough money to manage? Enough money to manage? Or, adios help us, a passport?
Well, fortunately, there was someone from the Liberalian embassy at the airport who could issue me a temporary passport, so that was okay. And then tons of people were really nice to me and helped while I was there, so I had all the dough a girl could ask for.
I don't even know where to start. Niall must be worried sick about you, huh?
You think? He didn't sound so hot when I called yesterday to say I'd be coming back to the office today. I keep telling him that all that smoking is bad for him, but he never listens.
I don't think you can pin the crime on tobacco this time, Missy.
Bing bong. Thank you for taking this journey aboard the Gretna today. We will be arriving at our terminal, Grand South City, in roughly 30 minutes. We ask that you take this chance to check that you have all your belongings with you and to return to your seats before we begin our landing. Until then, please enjoy the remainder of your flight.
Whew. Sounds like we're almost there. I'm gonna walk around the ship to kill some of the last out. How about you?
I'm not sure. I suppose I might as well go and snap some more photos. It's not often I get to take an international liner like this.
Sounds like a plan. See you later then.
Later.
Bye, Jasmine.
That is an ironic name for an airliner.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna skip because this is one of those ones where you have to talk to literally every single character in order to get through all of the.
Gretna?
Think about it.
Keep thinking about it. It's not related to this game at all.
No,
Gretna.
she'll get there eventually.
Actually not.
Gretna? I'm a Google.
Should we tell her?
Okay, Gretna could
there's a city of Gretna,
Getting warmer.
Louisiana, Gretna,
You're-
Nebraska, Gretna, Louisiana,
There's a Gretna in Virginia.
Gretna, Florida, Gretna
Uh,
Public
you're going
Schools,
you're going away. You're going.
Farther away.
the city of Gretna, Gretna,
Yep,
Me-
you
me-
passed right by it and then you kept going.
Gretna, Nebraska.
Yes.
Mira,
Oh!
What?
We'll explain it later.
Yeah.
Ping pong.
This is a passenger announcement. We'll soon be arriving in Grand South City, the terminus of this liner. We suggest that all passengers return to their seats as soon as possible, as the airship may be unsteady during landing.
man, look at that one.
I spy an RSA in the background.
It's so lovely to be back here again. The Republic was a wonderful place, too, but you can't beat the air here in Liberal.
You wouldn't believe all that stuff happened half a year ago. Looking at Grand Cell now, either. It's all completely back to normal. People here sure are strong for what's usually such a peaceful country.
Well, it's a country ruled by a queen. Everyone knows women are tough in the face of adversity.
I'm not sure whether you're a perfect example of that or the opposite. You're right about the air here, though. It is nice. Nostalgic almost. Makes me feel a little homesick.
Your home's in Arteria, right? The place with all the really big churches and stuff.
Nah, I'm not actually from Arteria. Not many people are. It's actually a pretty darn small, like, smaller than most states around the continent. It's where the high seat of the Septian Church is, so lots of pilgrims and clergymen gather there, but few are actually born there.
Oh, really? Huh. So, where are you from then?
Dorothy?
Oh, Niall! I'm home! Did you miss me?
Did I miss you? Of course I missed you. What in Aeos's name have you been doing? Sent you to Bose. How did you end up in Calvard? You were definitely on the westbound liner. I'm sure of it.
I really don't know. Oh, wait. I might actually know.
Go on then. Spit it out.
I bet I'm a sleepwalker. After I got on the right airship, I fell asleep and then sleepwalked onto the wrong one. To think that all of this could turn out to be part of some elaborate murder plot. Wowee! All of a sudden, I feel like I walked right into a mystery novel.
Sleepwalkers don't change airships, you idiot. I'm all out of breath now.
Are you all right? I really do think you should cut down on your smoking. You're not as young as you used to be, you know. Oh, right. Your 30th birthday was last Friday, too, wasn't it? Ouch.
Yeah. Ouch. For all of us.
Yeah.
Oof.
Happy birthday! I bought a cake over in Calvert and had a big celebration for it, too.
How is it that you can remember useless crap like that and not the things that actually matter? I
That's
bet you
my
were just looking for an excuse to eat cake all by yourself, weren't you?
You should have seen it, Niall. It was made with Eastern matcha, so it was like unlike any cake I'd ever seen. That perfect blend of sweetness and bitterness was just sublime. I took lots and lots of cute pictures of it, so I'll show you them all later.
You brought me pictures of a cake. At least bring back a souvenir. Man. I always felt like they could go into business as a comedy duo and actually make money off of it. They're even more of a crack up now. Wait a second. Haha! Nice to see you again, Niall. I'm gonna same old, though maybe you're not so happy about that. But what are you doing here? Please tell me she didn't end up going to Arteria and causing trouble there, too. Your wish is my command. We just ran into one another on the airship by a total coincidence, that's all. Oh, good. You had me worried for a minute. I was scared stiff she'd gone and smashed up some super expensive stained glass windows in the cathedral there, or who knows what. So sorry for what you have to put up with.
You're too much of a worrywart.
Whose fault do you think that is? Still, it's good to see you again, Father. Brings you to the borough. Something else happened here? Just a bit of work-related business I gotta take care of. It's not part of a major investigation, so don't go getting your hopes up. Nothing of interest is gonna happen. I'll be the judge of that. Anyway, so where are you staying for the time being? Grand So Cathedral? I'll have to drop by and say hi with sometime when I get the chance. Haha, go for it. In the meantime, I'm dragging your butt right back to the office, Dorothy. You're going to tell us all about what the hell you've been doing these past 2 weeks.
You betcha. I snapped photos of every meal I had while I was over in Calvard, so I'm sure if we develop them, I'll be able to remember everything.
I'm not talking about your gourmet report. Whew. Seeing the others two together really makes it sink in that I'm back here. Thinking about it, I wonder how the others are doing. I know Stella and Joshua are abroad at the moment, but I've got no idea what the others are up to. I'm not sure who this is.
Man's voice.
Is that you, Father Graham? Who is this? Oh, it's Sid.
Oh.
Hey.
Lieutenant Colonel Sid.
It's good to see you again. I'm pleased to see you've been keeping well since we last met at that banquet.
Same to you, sir. Gotta say, well, I wasn't expecting you to be the army representative who came to meet me, though. Figured it'd be Julia.
It may have been, but she's currently out on another mission. So unfortunately, you'll have to make do with me. Didn't have anything better to do, so I came in her place.
There's no need to be so modest. Little Bird told me you're going to be promoted to full-on colonel soon, aren't you?
I shouldn't be surprised that your people have such a good information network, but I still am. Still, I'm afraid I still feel the position is too much responsibility for me as I am. Brigadier General Bright still has plenty of work left in him, too. I wouldn't want to take any of it from him.
Poor Cassius is still getting work to the bone, huh? Anyway, getting down to business. It's in Grand Cathedral, right?
That's correct. It's being kept underneath it, to be more specific, although I imagine you're already aware of that much. I hear laymen like myself can't even enter it without the knight's permission.
Pretty much, it's a special place, you see? I'll fill you in on the details when we get there.
Alright then. Well, we may as well head there right now. There's someone I want you to meet in the cathedral.
Huh? Who?
Let's just say, someone who's been assisting with this case. They'll be apprising you of the details on what you're dealing with here. I thought that said appraising for a second.
I did too. I was with you there.
I also thought that same thing, yes.
And we're back in good old Grand Cell.
Woo! Oh yes, they fixed the ancient doors. Totally like nothing ever
Yay.
happened. Yep.
Well,
Magic.
they said it was earlier this year that happened.
It's
so
been 6 months.
At least 6 months.
That's not enough time to play up all that shit. Are you kidding?
Well, with the help of all
I
of the
call
bracers.
Shenanigans.
With all of the bracers and the army.
Shenanigans.
And magic.
Maybe with magic. Maybe.
I'm willing to believe with magic because there is magic.
Mate.
This is, I think, the priest.
What
I don't remember
priest?
who. The priest of Grand Cell.
His name was. I forgot what his voice was.
I don't remember who his voice was. He was the
Like
father of the.
bishop?
I think I
Yeah.
was the voice, but I can't remember the voice.
Yes, Archbishop Current, if that's who this is, would have been Xander.
Yeah, I just can't think of the voice.
Well, here's a chance to make another one.
I mean, obviously older, but
Yeah, I only have like a couple old man voice I know I use, so it's one of those. It's not
Right.
as like airy, like Gandalfy as the
Dean?
head guy from the skull. Yeah.
I would have. Yes, not quite that much. So
Ah, there you are.
Oh, hey, there's that lady.
oh hey,
It's good to see you again, Archbishop. You look very well. Huh. And you must be.
Oh, wait, no, it's someone else.
this is somebody new.
Anyone? Do you want to take a guess on who this is?
The new apprentice.
Female.
I'm assuming this is the new
female
squire, yeah.
MC.
This is not the new squire. The squires are dressed in church
What?
clothing.
Well, what is she?
They dress like
wearing?
nuns.
She's in white, so
She's in a lab coat.
Kind of
Is
churchy.
she a scientist?
Uh
Is this the
huh.
mom? Is that the mom?
This is Erica
Is
Russell.
it? Oh shit.
She is. So Erica is very kind of. She's a little older. She's in like her, like late 30s, maybe early 40s.
Okay.
And she is very not nerdy and like a like nerdy, but like she's just very, very smart and intelligent. But she is really like an average lady's voice. Like there's no really like uniquely special thing like Rin being nasally or, you know, she's just a very average woman, but speaks very intelligently. I don't really know how to describe her other than that. She has just a very generic voice. That's really all it is.
I wasn't expecting you to be quite this young. How old are you?
What? 22? But
That's a lot younger than I expected. Are the Gralsritter really so short-staffed that they're handing out their most important posts to kids? Can't blame me for assuming the 5th Dominion would look like more of a veteran, can you? Your surprise is written all over your face. Someone in your position should have a much better poker face than that. Maybe you need to redo your training from scratch? Or are you just acting, I wonder?
how do you...
Professor Russell, please. He isn't here for you to try and pick a fight with him. Please try and be a little less deliberately provocative.
What?
Hell no. He's here to steal the thing we went through so much effort to bring up, and you want me to play nice. And kindly, don't call me that ever again. I don't want to be addressed in the same way as that old coot.
Of course, ma'am.
Wait, Russell? Then are you...
I suppose I should introduce myself. I'm Erica Russell. I'm sure it's not a name you're going to be forgetting anytime soon.
Now do you
don't
see
like
why
her.
I
Don't
don't like
know.
her?
Yep, I don't like her
That
no
was in
more.
my notes. Instantly
Yeah.
a little bit less of a good vibe.
Yeah, now do you see why I hate her? I don't like her personality.
She's a bitch.
She's
She doesn't
very
like the
abrasive.
professor. She doesn't like the professor. It's sad.
Still, I sure didn't expect to run into little Tita's mother here. I heard you and your husband were both living abroad. What brought you back?
What do you think? After all that went down here, there was no way I was staying out of the country any longer than I had to. Though with how remote the region we were in is, it was all over by the time word reached us. Had we found out sooner, I sure wouldn't have let that maniac pull half the crap he did.
Doesn't sound like you're too happy with the professor nowadays, huh?
Talk about an understatement. That whack job actually took my little girl to that floaty city with him. I get that he's soft towards her, but that's no excuse for exposing her to danger.
But that's fair.
And, as if that isn't bad enough, he let that red-headed scumbag get near her too. That utter cretin isn't fit to be within 50 yards of my darling Tita. Never mind actually getting friendly with her.
So, you don't like agate, huh?
Don't you speak that filthy name in front of me ever again. When I'm finished with him, he'll wish he'd never been born. He might have survived that last onslaught, but we'll see how he fares against an even more powerful unit, won't we?
I get the feeling this is a matter we're better off not prying into.
I thought the same, so I don't know any more about it than you do. Incidentally, the Professor Russell you're more familiar with is currently vacationing abroad. As such, she has been assisting us with this case in his place.
Oh, I see.
Are you two listening to me?
Sorry.
Of course.
Well, whatever. This staircase sure is long, though. How much farther do we have to go?
Not much, as far as I know. Yep, there we go.
It's the longest staircase ever.
Holy cow, that staircase was long. They fit a whole cutscene into it.
Dead end?
I hope you've got a good explanation for this.
I do. This isn't a dead end. To go any further, I'm going to need you to undertake a ritual of sorts for me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this certainly took a turn for the strange. Is this an example of the church's famous thaumaturgy?
Something like that, yes. Specifically, I would like you to undertake a form of suggestion.
I'm not sure I follow.
You want us to promise not to tell anyone what we see here, right?
That's a little extreme, so no. The Colonel is obviously going to need to report what happened here to his superiors, for one thing. All I want is that you promise you won't tell anyone who you aren't certain you can trust. I don't need you to say it. I just need you to think and believe it.
Weird, but alright. If that's all you want us to do, so be it.
I feel the same way. Should we deliberately repeat it in our minds then?
Don't even need to do that. It should just come completely naturally to you. Alright, here goes. In the name of she who dwells above, do I hold this consecrated septium. Space's golden glow, consciousness silver glow. By your opposing natures, reveal to them the path that leads to your sacrament.
Hmm?
What?
How did that door appear?
Thank you both for your assistance. I can see that you were true to your word.
Ah, I see. So if we just said it but didn't really mean it, we wouldn't be able to see anything, right?
And yet I can hardly believe what happened. I imagine it would be uncouth of me to ask how all this works.
Yeah, I'd rather you didn't. I love that. Yeah, I'd rather you didn't.
How about you just don't? Just go.
Anyway, go on in.
Ooh.
Wow.
Unbelievable. All these years, I had no idea that such a place lay hidden beneath Grassall Cathedral.
Well, it's not exactly something we publicize. It was built in accordance with agreements between the church and the royal family. It has but one purpose: suppress the power of ancient artifacts and keep their influence in check.
I see.
Its importance to you Grolsvetter is quite clear then. I'd assume there are similar ones in places other than the Bell too.
Well, won't deny it. Anyway, we call this place a primal ground.
Now there's a deep name if I've ever heard one. Is the original ground the others are based on in Arteria? I'll take that as a yes.
Oh, I'm not confirming anything. Just thinking about how much you take after the other Professor Russell. That's all.
I'll thank you not to associate me with him. He might trump me a little in the theatrical side of things, but when it comes to the practical side of orbital science, I could beat him in my sleep. And I was the one who designed the fundamental systems of the Capel and the Arce, you know.
Really? Nice. But I think we're getting off topic here.
She's extremely humble, as we can see.
This is the object in question, right?
That's correct. Pulled up 3 days ago from the area where the Bell's arc sank, and we believe it to be an artifact.
Yeah, it's the Tesseract.
Yep.
3 days prior, roughly at the center of Valeria Lake, where the Liber arc sank. Gee, many Christmas! I couldn't say that word for some reason.
Damn. Sun going down already, huh? If this spot turns out to be a bust, we're probably gonna have to call it quits for today.
We could only hope. Professor Russell is certainly that this area is where we should be looking.
Yep. And if she says it's here, it's here. Fortunately, as you know, Valeria Lake's about as deep as a lake can get. Depending on how small the thing we're looking for is, I actually find that it could still be a real task and a half.
Is it likely to be small, though? The orb reading suggests that we're dealing with quite a large object, I believe.
Oh, I wouldn't judge its size based off of those.
Ah, Professor.
Hey there, kiddo. Finished getting us a new estimated location.
Just about. It'd be real swell if you knocked it off with the kiddo, though. I'm not sure it's the most appropriate way to address a married woman, much less one who's already popped out a child.
Sorry, but old habits die hard, you know. Hard to make the switch when I've been calling you that since you were about knee high.
Well, I'll let you off this time. I can't read tonight, guys. I'm sorry. Back to work. Can you ask your subordinates to stand down for the time being, Colonel?
Is this the spot, then? Were you able to calculate exactly what the object is?
Give or take an arch, yes. Judging by the readings, what we're trying to pull up isn't all that big either. Probably about 50 reg, maybe even less.
You serious? Thought we'd be dealing with a real monster, not something the size of Antoine.
Still, if it does turn out to be an artifact, this could be problematic.
Unfortunately, the church isn't going to want to let us keep it, that's for sure. Ugh, I really cannot stand them. No matter how hard you work to get your hands on something, the second it turns out to be an artifact, they swoop in like it's their goddess-given right to have it. It ticks me off.
Either there. I don't know for sure if this is even an artifact yet.
Regardless, I'll pass on the message to my subordinates right away. I'll leave the rest here to you, Gustav.
You got it. Let's see what we're dealing with here.
Okay, that's the spot. Go on ahead.
Yes, ma'am. Beginning the salvage operation.
That sound just fills me with dread.
Salvage cranes sound like it. Like it's in poor condition to you.
Oh, that's not really what I meant. I just can't bring myself to like artifacts, you see. We can't explain how they have the power they do, but they have it, and it's not something we can ignore either. As a researcher, I can barely imagine anything more frustrating. Even when we can't help but be captivated by them, we're well aware that any attempt to solve their mysteries is pointless.
I see. You put it that way, I can understand to a degree how you must feel. Half a year has passed since all the chaos came to an end, and on the surface we're back to normal. Even now, we still don't know what truly happened there or what it signified.
Yeah. Not that I was here to see it all happen, of course.
The crane's arm has reached the bottom of the lake. I'm gonna attempt to grip the object. Swing and a miss. Moving 30 reds to the right.
There we go.
Yep, we got it. Want me to pull it up?
Please do.
The moment of truth, huh?
Here we go.
What?
Oh my.
I see. Still looking at it.
Correct. There were orbital readings coming from the artifact when we found it, but not anymore. And I'm sure I don't need to spell out the significance of that, do I?
No, it's plain as day when why you decided to stay and wait for me now. If an artifact has lost its power, it's exempt from the traditional agreements governing them and doesn't need to be given to the church. That it?
You already understand me so well. We can cut right to the chase then.
Your orbital reading just appeared just before we handed the artifact over to the cathedral, as it so happens. It's currently being looked after here, but the formal procedures to transfer ownership have yet to be completed, making its legal ownership unclear. So, in your expert opinion, what should be done here?
This is a tricky one. I'm assuming the borough wants to assert ownership over it in this scenario, right?
Well, if anything, it's a professor here who wants to do that. I'm merely here accompanying her as a representative of the Royal Army.
The only reason it's not lying at the bottom of the Valeria Lake right now is because of ZCF's salvage efforts. I'd say we have every right to keep it, personally.
What I've heard, it's completely impossible to analyze an artifact that's no longer active. And see how it'd be of any use to your artifact as it stands research as it stands now. You're saying you want it that badly.
Oh, absolutely. We're talking about an object found at the site of where a massive flying city used to be. I might not have seen it happen, but it sounds like everything we thought we knew about the world was more or less proven wrong. You know, by the truth that you people in the church have kept hidden for the past, I don't know, 1,000 years? As for that Ouroboros group, they don't make much more sense than you guys. The more I hear about their advances in technology, the less I can work out how it's even possible. I don't know what the truth is or what's really happening here in this land. But I can't stand by and feign disinterest in knowing the answers anymore, and I'm far from alone. So long as there's the slightest chance that artifact could shed light on all of what I want to know, I want it.
I think you've made your point, Professor. It's not as though interrogating him would achieve anything.
True enough. Oh, sorry. Well,
fine.
you've heard what I've got to say. It's now up to you to tell us what you're going to do. Will you hand over that lump of metal, or won't you?
Well, I believe this is the Squire.
Like the
I
new
could
one?
be wrong, but I believe this is Squire. She is the second main character to Kevin. So whoever wants to play her, he'll be talking a lot.
That's fine.
I'm just letting you know. I'm just pointing out the fact that she is the
I'll
second main character.
Take it. What kind of voice should I do?
She's kind of younger. She's like Estelle's age.
Okay.
So she's like late teens. Like late teens. She's a little older than Estelle. She's closer to like Annalise's age, where she's a little bit older. Like late teens.
Hmm.
Late teens,
Alright.
early 20s. I can't remember exactly how old she is. I know that she's
Yeah, I'll figure
she's
it out
somewhere around that age.
If this is indeed her, so alright.
Yes.
That brief hesitation was all it took to spawn a great evil.
Yep, that's her.
Okay, cool.
She kind of looks like a sister.
It would appear so.
Who is she?
No way.
It crawled through the fields, ran through the hills, and spread disaster in the skies above. An excerpt from the book of Ezer, verse 2, Disaster Unleashed. I apologize for the delay in coming, Father Graham. My name is... Oh man, I should have asked that first.
Reese. Reese Argent.
Okay. Okay, try that again. My name is Reese Argent, and I am a squire of the Grousritter.
I think it's Reese or Re. Actually, hold on. It might be
Reese?
Re. It might be Reese, like a Reese.
Rhea?
Probably Rios.
I think it's Reese. I think it's
Everyone
Reese
gotta
Argent.
pause.
Yeah, I think it's Reese.
This is
I'll
an
double check it
important
between things.
I'm thinking high school DxD, Rios Grimmery level. That's what we're going with.
Yeah, of
Yes.
course you are.
Sure. All right.
She's got the color hair for it, so I mean, come on.
Rise.
Obviously, it's a rise.
I think it's Reese. Reese Argent. I'll
Like
double check it
fries,
between
but no,
things, but we'll go with what it is right now.
Okay. I look forward to working under you.
I didn't think we'd end up having more company. Wait a second.
Is something the matter?
So that's how they think they can get me, is it? But they can't just bribe me so easily. I'm better than that. Maybe I underestimated the Grousritter. They think they can break my will to fight by sending a girl like you my way, do they? But I'm not going to go down so easily, because I've got a secret weapon of my own. Behold, the most powerful force in the universe.
I love it.
Isn't that?
That's Tita, isn't it?
How cute.
Isn't she? Isn't she? I bet you just want to jump into this photo and squeeze her like a stuffed toy right now, don't you? I should have known a cutie patootie like you would be able to appreciate the same qualities in others.
Got a point. Got a good point.
They're all just staring at her. Just a blank stare.
Anyway, that's why no matter how freaking adorable you may happen to be, you can't take me down, because I've got a natural immunity.
I beg your pardon, but I'm afraid I'm not really following. You keep saying someone is cute, but are you referring to me?
Who else would I be talking about? You've got such an aura of maturity about you, and yet your features still have that irresistible trace of innocence to them. And then they throw you into a sister's habit to compliment it all like a little cherry on top. That's the most flattering habit I've ever seen. Ugh. If I didn't have my protective field, I'd be in real danger here. Why are you looking at me like that? I'm just saying.
Might I inquire as to the identities of the people with you, Father Graham?
Sure. The lady is Professor Erica Russell of ZCF, while the gentleman is Lieutenant Colonel Sid of the Royal Army. Seriously though, Father Graham? Really?
Ah, so you're the people who initially discovered the artifact then? Thank you for your cooperation in our work. We will take over looking after it from here on out. That will be all.
Wait,
What?
Hold on a minute. We hadn't finished deciding what to do with it yet.
Perhaps not, but my intention was to save you the time and effort required to do so by making the correct judgment myself. Whether it has lost its power or not, that is no ordinary artifact. It is potentially related to one of the Septarians. I'm surprised you even humored the option of letting an outsider take custody of it.
I mean...
well, well. You sure know how to pick a fight. Go on then. What legal basis do you have for taking it from us? The agreements with the church quite clearly say that artifacts that have lost their power are exempt from the usual rites. Rules.
I have no legal basis, but you have no more of one for keeping it. If we are following the agreements to the letter, no one's allowed to assert ownership of inactive artifacts. It belongs to neither you nor me. It is simply an abandoned object with no owner whatsoever.
What? So all you got is, I don't need a reason, it's mine and that's final?
To put it bluntly, yes.
Well, if that's how you want to play it. What's your take on this, Kevin Graham?
Well, by all means.
But me? I thought I'd been kicked out of this conversation. But, well, I can't say I don't want to take it back to Arteria with us. After all the help the world's given us, I'd feel kind of bad just snatching it from them without giving a valid reason.
Both arguments have a degree of merit, but neither is clearly more correct. I'm not quite sure how you'll solve this one.
You, do know that you're smack dab in the middle of this, right? Too, right? Whoa.
My.
What is it?
Why do you both look so surprised?
What do you mean, why?
Did the two of you not hear that?
Hear what? Wait a...
Oh,
Uh-oh. I'm in danger.
Here's the black box.
The Tesseract!
Yep.
Wow.
Oh, no way! That thing wasn't giving off any orbital readings at all anymore! Zero! Zip! Why is it suddenly active again?
I believe that settles our dispute.
Sure does. So the real artifact was inside, huh? Never seen one quite like it. Looks like a box of some kind, or a cube, maybe.
Not touchy.
This makes so much more sense now.
Oh,
I'd like to thank you two for your cooperation in the recovery of this artifact. In accordance with the pacts of the church, I, Kevin Graham, will be assuming custody of it from here on out. You, and all who aided you, have the Septian Church's deepest appreciation.
I'm just gonna say, it's fun playing a bitchy character.
Oh, my gosh, she is something special.
I-
love it.
That was
I
so
hate
fun.
Erica Russell with a
That
passion.
was so fun. I love
You
it.
do her
She does
way
love
too
Tita.
well. She loves Tita to the extreme.
I love it though.
I do her too well because I'm just like, oh, so I just use the voice of sarcasm in my head
Just
in regards
all-
to everything at all
all
times
sarcasm,
for her.
just the sassy voice.
She's the female Major Hughes from Full Metal Alchemist.
I can see that.
Ah.
Yeah,
So fun, just say.
and she's so smart. It's ridiculous too.
Mm.
Whew. Thought we were never gonna escape. Erica sure doesn't know when to quit.
That's a kind way of putting it.
Couldn't believe what I was hearing right at the end, though. Just as I thought she'd maxed out her crazy talk to spew, she goes and shouts, "Well, if you're going to be taking that, then I'll be taking her." I thought Annalise was a one-of-a-kind cuteness freak, but she might actually have some stiff competition.
Annalise?
Oh, sorry. She's a girl I met while I was here last time. She's a racer, about your age, I think?
Oh,
Rias?
yes.
You're not mad at me, are you? For not keeping in touch with you?
Father Graham.
Yes?
5 years is a long time. Just as you have changed and progressed in rank significantly during those years, so have I. The Rhea Sergeant standing before you is a squire of the Gralsritter, not the girl you once knew. I'm here to serve you and to protect you, nothing more.
Come on, Rias.
You need not concern yourself with how I feel. If you don't treat me as a subordinate, then there's little reason for me to be here serving you. And with that talk out of the way, we need to board the last international liner out of Gransel, don't we? We should start making our way to the landing port.
Wait a sec. Is that your...
It was a figment of your imagination.
Huh?
You seem to be tired, Father Graham. I see no other explanation as to why you're hearing sounds that clearly don't exist in reality. I think you ought to try to have some rest when we reach the airship. As I was saying, I think you ought to try to have some rest.
Don't even try to tell me that one was my imagination. And for a second I thought you changed, but you haven't. Not one bit. You're still the same perpetually hungry Rias I remember.
This is just a simple physiological phenomenon. My lack of control is proof that I still have plenty of training ahead of me. I can only apologize for my own inability.
Since when did not being able to turn off your stomach become something you have to apologize for? Besides, wouldn't have you any other way. You're forever going to be the girl who was always getting caught sneaking into the kitchen and trying to stuff her face to me.
I'll be going on ahead.
Hey, wait a sec.
You're on my way. Please move.
Sorry, okay? Didn't mean to push my luck. Just got carried away thinking of old times, that's all.
You have no reason to apologize. Nor do I see any point in you doing so, because there are a few things in this world that carry less weight than one of your apologies.
Damn.
Ooh.
Oh, finally biting back, huh? Well, while I've only got a 50-50 chance of you listening to me, can you knock it off with the Father Graham, or even Father for that matter?
For what reason?
I don't know if you're doing it because you feel like you have to, or because you want to act all distant. There's no way I can get used to it, like, ever. It weirds me out. So, please, call me Kevin, same as you always did.
What if I refuse?
I'll beg you until you change your mind. I'll get down on my knees if I have to.
You certainly would.
Well, you know what they say. Can't teach an old dog new tricks. I know it's been a while since, but I'm way too set in my ways now.
The one left me.
Sorry, didn't quite catch that.
It was nothing. Still, I can't very well refuse an order from my superior, so...
Oh, no, you're not playing that game. It's not an order, it's a favor. Very important distinction.
You're so selfish, Kevin.
There we go. That's what I wanted.
But just so we're clear, even if I change how I address you, the fact that I'm your subordinate hasn't changed to the slightest.
Meanwhile, I'm sitting here blushing as I'm doing this.
Don't forget that.
Yeah, I know.
From the
You talk like
second
we used to.
embarrassment?
No, her.
She's blushing.
Oh, yeah.
She was
gotcha,
blushing in the
She's a dog.
pictures as she's
Yeah.
trying to refute him.
Gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha.
We can talk like we used to, but there's no way to turn back the clock on the things, or to the things, to the way things used to be. Oh, and one more thing. We still got some time until the last airship leaves, so how about we head over to the department store in East Block? We can get you something to eat.
I like the sound of that. I propose buying all the bread they have left.
I didn't know you were that hungry. I thought you were joking when you said you were going to buy everything they had left. The girl behind the counter looked like she thought you were a freak of nature.
This is just another example of Adios' divine providence. It's better that they're bought by someone who intends to consume them than to have the poor things be thrown away.
Yeah, you're a real bleeding heart. But that much? I hope you're not spending your entire salary on food.
I'll have you know that you have nothing to worry about. There are few people in this world who know how to make better use of sales and special offers than I.
Well, whatever makes you happy, it's not my business how you blow your mirror at the end of the day. Still, while I'll give you that my getup is right up to the top of the suspicious charts, pretty sure anyone would be confused if a woman in a sister's habit came wandering into their shop after dark to buy out the leftovers.
Oh, stop your grumbling. And it's almost time for us to leave. We should make our way over to the landing port. I'm not sure how much longer my stomach can wait.
Yes, ma'am.
Is something...
Hmm?
Sorry, the stomach of yours is gonna have to wait a little longer.
unforgivable. I don't know who this fiend is, but as long as I don't kill them, I can go as far as I'd like, right?
I sympathize, but you might want to calm down a little. Still, whoever they are, they're not very good at tailing people.
Quite. I doubt they have much experience. They do seem to have undergone some degree of training, however.
Yeah. Oh well, sad to say, we're going to have to skip today's last airship out of here.
Do you know of a good place to strike?
Oh, I do. I know the perfect place. Ah! Where did they go?
Not him again.
No wonder he was sucking
I
at
saw
Tilly.
them enter this area. I'm sure of it. It was you, huh? What? I love his voice. His voice is so stupid. It's great. How? How did you discover me? My stealth abilities are the height of perfection. You're just like I remember you. Still way too sure of yourself.
Who might he be?
Well, he's technically part of Ouroboros. About as low-ranking a member as you can get, though.
Ah, I see. He does look the part.
How dare you? All of you know I'm very much on the top. And as for you... Yep. What do you mean? He does look the part.
Hmm. He's on top, huh?
You couldn't look more like a nobody if you tried. You're the kind of person who constantly throws himself into things too big to handle and ends up sabotaging himself without anyone lifting a finger. And you refuse to learn from any of your failures, too.
What? You haven't lost your touch. I'm impressed how accurately you were able to judge his character by talking to him for, like, a second?
I didn't even need to talk to him. He oozes irrelevance from his every pore.
Ouch. Oof.
I like her.
You!
Gilbert.
Cocky, aren't you? Well, let's see how long that cockiness lasts. Bah. God.
That was the quickest like clothes change though everywhere. Like we gotta say that was impressive. He spun and boom, hammer and a gun.
Yes. Very impressive.
Templar sword? So that's what you picked. Huh.
Just like you chose a bowgun as your weapon of choice, I chose a Templar sword for mine. That's all there is to it.
Gotcha. Impossible! What did you just do? I don't even know how I got hit! It's a weapon used by the Growlsritter called a Templar sword. Blade's made up of multiple pieces held together by wires that let the user to extend it at will. Anyway, it's time those lips started flapping. What's a wanted criminal like you doing here in Grand Cell? How much of your business do you know? Why should I answer to your...
You don't know when to give up. Start talking now.
FYI, she's not in a good mood. And, you don't want to make her any madder. Looks like I've got only one option left. I'm so sorry, please forgive me. I'm here because I crash landed. I didn't even want to come here. After I did, I happened to recover you too, and I decided to follow you, I swear.
Maybe I misjudged him. There might be more to him than meets the eye, in a sense.
That's a nice way of putting it. So go on, keep talking. Said you crash landed here? It means there's Norbor's airship somewhere near here that you came on, right? No, there isn't. I did crash land, but it wasn't on board an airship. It was on board this! What the?
He has an archaism?
Haha, not so relevant now, am I? Show them what you can do, Giapachi. Mow them down.
Oh, okay. We're battling.
Ooh.
I like her.
I also like her. She's fun. What's happening? What are all those noises going on? I'm so confused.
It's Gilbert. He just makes noises.
Like, don't forget,
What's next?
I have two voices going on because I'm listening to the stream too, so it's like extra Gilbert.
Oh, you're
There's just
getting
a lot of
you're
Gilbert
getting
going on.
you're getting like surround
lot of
version
Gilberts
of my
happening.
weirdness of a voice that I've made for him.
Oh, they broke it. Oops.
No! Curse you! Do you have any idea how much I had to go through to earn that? You really are full of surprises, aren't you? I'm impressed, Rias. You sure know how to get the best out of that thing.
Not at all. I still got a lot to learn. Especially if I want to be half as good as my sister.
Still, I'm no different.
Kevin,
Anyway. You wait your round of tricks now, so you ready to give up and come quietly? If you don't try and cause any more trouble, I'll hand you over to the soldiers here and leave it at that. You're planning to hand me over to the Royal Army? That's your best option. If you really want us to take you back to Altaria instead, that's cool by me. But if you go with that one, I can't guarantee your safety. I'll leave that one to you. Ugh.
again?
What was that? This thing again? Starts glowing so randomly.
Maybe it's reacting to something.
What is that thing? What are you planning on doing? Nothing to you. Don't worry. Shut up for a sec. What is up with this thing? Aha, so the time to begin has finally arrived.
Was it?
Huh? What?
When did you?
It is a pleasure to see you again,
Oh.
Kevin Graham. Reverser of the pathless darkness, repenting of his transgressions with the sin of a stigma forever on his back. Who the hell are you?
I thought Luca
Ah!
was dead.
Ah!
Kevin!
Thus my lord was revived, and the door was open. Come forth, offerings. Come forth, lost land. Burn to ashes in the ever-burning flames.
I'm concerned.
I'm having like some major deja vu right now.
I'm so concerned.
Hmm? What happened? Why did I... And welcome to the crux of this game. Where am I? Hey, Rias. Rias, you okay? What's going on?
Kevin? Where are we?
Whew, glad you're okay. How are you feeling? Any pain?
I feel sick.
You do?
My stomach's going to implode if it doesn't get any food soon. I'm starting on all that food we bought.
Sure, I'd normally be just as down for food as you are, but come on. Is that really what you should be thinking about right now?
There's nothing in this world more important or fundamental than eating. But if we must change the subject, I remember a strange man appearing, then that cube glowing white all of a sudden. Then...
Yeah, I don't remember any more than that either. But take a look around us.
Stone... bookcases? Are we inside some kind of ruin? No, wait. What?
Oh.
The Hermit's Garden. Yeah. So much for this being an easy assignment. End of chapter 1.
That was just the prologue.
Uh-huh. The after chapter 1 gets done, the game goes quicker. And essentially the game is basically a giant dungeon crawl
Wow.
with story mixed throughout it.
Oh.
Now it's not all the same dungeon. Each chapter is a different dungeon, similar to what the previous games were, where you had kind of a long dungeon in each chapter. The same kind of thing, except there's a little bit less exploring, more just story, which is kind of nice, because then it's not like story, walk outside the door, another cutscene, walk down the street, another cutscene. It's more just like, let's just chain the cutscenes together this time, rather than putting the tedious walk of 5 feet and then have a cutscene again. But with that, I'm going to be right back. Alrighty. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys hanging out here. And we will be back tomorrow with hopefully Phasmophobia as a new update. Comes out tomorrow. So hopefully we'll be back tomorrow with that. And we will see you guys later. Bye.